Ohio gozaimasu, toire wa doko desu ka, and hello, my name is Pete Donaldson, and this is What's Out This Week.
Hang on to your hat.
The Professor, a noble and lofty position. The Germans had Albert Einstein, developer of the general theory of relativity. The Americans had Mr. Cooper, who used his PhD in personality for good. And us Brits, well, we have a possibly blissed out pie-eyed fencing maniac with a penchant for tea and bequeathed floppy hats.
I assume you still take your tea with milk, Herschel?
It's good old Professor Layton, here for the first time on the Nintendo 3DS and on the hunt for a man with a miraculous mask. And yes, it's another tale as old as time. Man in position of authority, pupils as big as Oreos, leads impressionable 10-year-old astray on what he would probably deem a magical adventure of discovery. Just don't say, I didn't warn you, alright. And it may have taken nearly 18 months to get this title onto shelves over here after its debut in Japan, but goodness me, there's enough content to translate. 150 puzzles with a fresh one to download every single day of the year. This one's going to test you, people. Now, if you try and put anything on the internet, be it a trailer for a new game, a video of a dog being lovable, or even this very dispatch, you're guaranteed only one thing. That down there in the comments, someone, at some point, is going to question the ferocity of your country in the war. It's just something that happens. It's one of those things. But with Medal of Honor Warfighter, you get to change all that, because surely for the first time ever, you can play as pretty much any country with a Special Forces troop, from those wacky Swedes to the tenacious Canadians. Yeah, you heard me, tenacious. It's a game that's been coming for a while, yet nobody seems to have played the finished article, due in part to the fact that they only sent out review code on the day of release, and nothing says comprehensive wartime experience like a giant 1.7 gig day one patch update. It's a trick we used to pull in our history A-levels, handing in unfinished coursework on a deliberately corrupted floppy disk, giving us a few more days to do it in. For those of you who are under 20, by the way, a floppy disk was kind of like a tiny Pop-Tart that you could save pornography onto. But while all this may not scream polish, it does manage to whimper the similarly spelled Polish, because this is a game that finally allows you to play as the hardest asses in the known universe, the Grupa Regowania Operacyjno Manewrowego, or GROM for short. Yeah, I recorded that first time. Bite me, it's out now.
We're getting ready to throw it down tonight, but remember, if you don't get here by 10 p.m., you are not going to get in. So if you're on your way down right now, step on the gas.
Etc. Forza Horizon has careered into stores on the Xbox 360, killing 3 and injuring several. It's the latest in a whole heap of sims turning their attentions to the slightly more casual gaming market. Basically, those who love nothing more than watching Vin Diesel gripping a steering wheel for 2 hours wearing leather driving gloves. I mean, they could just be his hands, but you never can tell with that rubbery skin. In previous Forzas, with precious little story to hang your hat on, you were forced to make up your own reasons, your own motivation for hurtling at breakneck speeds towards your possible demise. I've got David Bowie's brain in me boot. I'm a courier called Paul, I've got David Bowie's brain in me boot, and if we don't get it to a new host body, there's no more David Bowie and everyone's gonna shout at me. I'm a sperm, and the egg is the finishing line, and I've got to get there before all the other sperm do and hope that it's not a dead heat, because that means my sister might grow out me belly all gross and that.
Time to put your light up.
So yeah, we're obviously pumped that someone's decided to stick a bit of semi-meaningful narrative into the whole affair, off with the restrictive real-world Trackmania and on with the open-world achievement-based progression and copious amounts of youth shouting words like Nitro and let's listen to some Skrillex and drink in moderation. And doesn't it all look like very, very pretty fun? Right, they're all out now. I'll be back next week with more of what you fancy. My very nice thing of the week is definitely Forza Horizon. Lovely stuff.